Hello, hello, everybody out there. Welcome, all the chiropractors, your CAs and teams and offices around Georgia and across the nation. My name is Dr. Wade Port, and I am humbled and honored to represent the Georgia Council of Chiropractic here on this Chiro Connection. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about what's up for us this morning, serving people, and what's been up for some chiropractors that I've been connecting with here recently. And what that has looked like recently is when chiropractors reach out to me, reach out to our colleagues and several people on the board of the GCC, a lot of times here's some of the common things. Is one of them is, oh God, Wade, how do you do a cash practice? Man, every year I get a call, and it's usually around the same time of year, of people kind of sick and tired of playing the game, and they're just wondering, how do I crack the code? Once you have gotten kind of in that model of insurance-based practice, it seems pretty tough to get out of it, at least conceptually, because it's a tough paradigm to rewrite for your own subconscious beliefs and conscious beliefs. But another one is as far as feeling stuck in a rut and knowing that this amazing salutogenic, this vitalistic premise can be so easily brought in a way and have an expectation from the community that is very therapeutic. Now, a lot of people who are the most deeply philosophical and principled chiropractors, if you visit their office, you might just wonder, like, wow, this seems very therapeutic and pain-based. And we're not wronging that or judging that. It's a very common challenge. Let's look at the common reasons. Well, we have a curriculum in school which is allopathic in nature and treatment, diagnosis, and treatment based. Chiropractors are then graduating with enormous debt that they've borrowed, being trained to be the best diagnosticians and clinicians and treatment doctors that they can. And so that's just a hard one to get around, to think, well, I've been trained this way, but that's not truly aligned with the principle of chiropractic. So how do we break free of this? And then we have models of practice that are largely developed and modeled after, whether it's a dentist office, whether it is a medical office, or things like this, where things are very sterile. Now, I come from one of my main mentors and teachers, Arnaud Bernier, who, as many of you know, developed the Cafe of Life blueprint or model for a vitalistic practice where we serve the exceptional chiropractic experience. And the conscious languaging, here's what we talk about often at the MLS chiropractic training programs. How are we supposed to free people from the shackles of allopathic models of care if we're using the same language? If our offices look the same, well, but we're telling them a different story, but we're expecting them to behave and think and act differently when we're not behaving or acting or thinking differently. You following that? So one of the first things I ask these docs who come to me for assistance with feeling like they're stuck in a rut and that they're just a factory of treating people and trying to get rid of their pain, I say, show me your vital info. Show me your intake form. Show me your initial questionnaire with people. And inevitably, the first thing I see on there is, what is your chief complaint? And now the docs are coming to me wondering why they're getting burnt out, because people are coming to them complaining all day. Well, guys and gals, it's the first question you ask them to tell you was their chief complaint. I recommend we don't use that language. If you want people to stop complaining to you, ask them to stop asking them to complain to you. I think that's pretty cut and dry thing. So take a look at your initial intake questionnaire. In here, here's how the language goes, is when someone comes in, instead of saying, here, we need you to fill out these forms. Who wants to fill out a form? I don't want to fill out forms. But even if your front office team is trained in a way to say, welcome, Pam, we have this questionnaire for us to get to know all about you and what your goals and needs are. Answer these questions, and that'll help us get to know you better. That's a totally different thing than here. Fill out these forms, Pam. Right? So that language and that training with your staff, simple things that I'm just going to give you some reminders, play around with them. Now, we also ask on our Vital Info, we ask them to grade themselves on a graph. It's a bar graph. It goes from very challenged to excellent, very challenged, transition, good, and excellent. We ask them to put an X on that graph where they currently grade themselves and their overall big picture health and well-being. And then we ask them to put a circle on there where their desired level is. And we gain so much information. And when we ask them, hey, what's the difference? What's the gap between there and here? And they start giving us a big worldview picture of their life. And now we are having the opportunity to make an emotional connection, because if we didn't ask questions the way we did, we're going to stay surface level and we'll never get to know that whether it's that shoulder pain, the neck pain, the shoulder pain, the back pain, the whatever, is actually keeping this mother, this father from being present with their children. And they're actually really, really short-tempered with their children. And now we're understanding that they're snappy and they're short and they're yelling maybe even at their kids, and they really don't like that about themselves. So it's not about the pain. We care about the symptom. We all care about the symptoms and want them to have faster resolution with the cause. Big, important distinction there with that language. Resolution with the cause of the symptom, not a treatment of the symptom. Okay. So what's underneath there? You'll never get to know that if you're asking the old, outdated documents of where's the pain, what's the pain scale, all that stuff. Get to know that, but go deeper. We ask them, what is your current commitment to your health, your life, and your well-being? 1 out of 10. What is it? We ask them, we give them a little education, since the nerve system controls everything in your body, and it's quite likely that your current health challenge is related to the problems you are seeking care for in our office. What other specific goals might you have? Now we're peppering it in there. Hey, we care for people for more than just what you are experiencing as far as a pain or dysfunction. So is it better sleep? Is it more energy? Do you want to keep up with your children or grandchildren? Reach your full potential. Would you like to cease medication? Would you like to experience more joy and ease, or other, not listed? Let's hear about it. If you take care of other chiropractors or chiropractic students and they say, well, what's your reason for seeking care in this office? Which is how we put it on our questionnaire. Instead of what's your chief complaint, we say, what is your reason for seeking care in our office? It's a different question. Well, they might just put, well, I'm here for wellness. Where in many offices, the docs or the staff might be like, yes, this person gets it. This is going to be so easy. They're already in. Let's go. I'm like, no. What does that mean to you? What does wellness mean to you? And they go, And it makes them think, because I want them to set real goals and visions for their life, their health, and their future. And so I don't just stop there. And so the reason I bring that up, because if they check, I want to reach my full potential, I don't just let it be on the paper. What does that mean for you? And can we make objective, measurable outcomes to know that we got from here to here? What does that look like? Can we measure it? If you are getting cleared of subluxation complexes in the system, should that net result in you having a greater experience of blank in your life? It's common, right? Can chiropractic help fill in the blank? Whatever that blank is, if they have a pulse, the answer is, it's yes. Whatever you wish for in life can be experienced more fully with chiropractic care. I think it was Sigafus who used to always say, man, if your passion is smoking, you get cleared out and unsubluxated, you're going to be able to get the biggest drag you've ever had in your life if that's what you love doing. You follow? That's true scientifically. Vital lung capacity. You will have a greater vital lung capacity when you're cleared out. So what makes them tick? Start finding out about that. Make the emotional connection, and that is the guidepost for what you do anything in your office and why. So now they know, right? So for Pam, Pam, I'd like to go ahead and schedule you for a progress assessment, right? It's going to cost money. I'd like to schedule you for a short reassessment, a long reassessment. I'd like to take more pictures of your spine. Whatever that is, here's how you're tying it. Because Pam, I'm going to make sure that you are the example of a mother that you're proud of for your kids, and that you're not going to be so overcome by stress that you're short and snappy with your kids, because I know that that does not sit well with you. And as long as you got me on your team, I will stop at nothing to make sure that you are setting the example for your kids that you're proud of. So now, face down, or now let's go ahead and jump in with our progress assessment. That is setting up a relationship well beyond any kind of pain thing. But it starts with your health. It starts with your phone call. How is your staff trained on the phone? Is it a vitalistic phone call? You know, when they call, hey, I'd like to schedule an appointment. Great. Is this for you or your children? Is this for wellness care or for specific concern? This is like Chiro 101 office procedure. But we told them two things right there. One, we take care of families, we take care of children. Two, we take care of people who are not in pain. We see people for wellness, not just trying to resolve concerns that they might have. Do you have reassessments? We love to give them questionnaires where they self-assess. This is huge in these outcomes. So we're asking them questions, we're getting them to think about their life and set new goals. And now our care in our care planning can cater towards their new vision for their life. We really don't do maintenance care in our office. It's kind of a 4-letter word. It's just never sat well. What I'm supposed to help you get to a certain level of life expression and then maintain you there. That sounds like a ceiling. I don't know where this thing can go. We had a girl in our office this morning. She hasn't been in a while, like 6 months, maybe longer. And during her adjustment, and I just made eye contact in a way of just saying, hi, I see you. It's great to see you. I mean, it was a 2-second glance, but it was 100% present with her. And there were some tears being shed during the rest of her adjustment process. And I talked to her later, and I have a new front office, a new CA. And I asked this person, hey, would you mind sharing with our new CA what you shared with me a while back? Because I don't even remember saying it, but she came in with her boyfriend 7+ years ago. And she was like this. And I don't even remember saying it, but she told me the story one time. She says, you remember what you did on our very first visit? And I was like, no. And she said, she was hazing me. She's like, look, I don't want to come in here every week because this is all kind of bullcrap. She was hazing me, right? She was like this. And she said, I looked at her and I said, and she said, I said, shit, I don't give a shit if you ever come back. I can help you if you're ready for some help. And she's been with us ever since. And that was authentic and genuine in that, look, I understand that you have this protective exterior of keeping people away, but this is just a subconscious thing of this wounded child probably that's saying, do you care enough to make it through me hazing you, that you love me enough that you can't be pushed away by my behavior like this? And I made it through that subconscious, barrier or test that she was doing, because I was like, listen, I don't care. I'm unattached whether you do or don't, but I can help you, and I will if you're ready to receive it. And she was here ever since. So that's interesting. But here's what she said. She said, when I first started coming, I would actually swerve to hit animals in the road. And now I swerve to miss them. I've adopted 2 children. I have, to the level that I had anger inside of me, I now have love. I had so much anger inside of me and would take it out on everybody in my life and even the animals in the road. And now I've been set free enough. I'm not perfect, she said. I've still got work to do, as we all do. But she said, now that has been transformed, and I have an equal amount of love in me, that I've adopted children. I swerve to miss animals. And that's what chiropractic has given me. If we don't set our model and paradigm up to be congruent with what the promise of chiropractic is, to empty the jails and the sanatoriums, then this story doesn't happen. If I made it about her pretty debilitating spinal pain when she came in, we might have missed this. And this transformation into this wounded person who was eaten up inside, that hate was often self-directed. I don't think we would have got there. So my invitation to you is, how can we deliver on the promise of chiropractic? Because this baby, when we bring it in full presence and full love and service, has the power, has infinite potential and possibility. So let's move further and further towards this. The GCC is committed through all of our continuing education programs and seminars. We sit down as a team and we work on who can bring a powerful message to empower and help chiropractors, not just in Georgia, but around the world, be successful at setting people free from inside out, delivering a congruent and vitalistic message of feeling like, hey, maybe I want to drop the fluff. Maybe I want to drop the therapeutics and really deliver with my two hands through my heart what is true and right and possible with chiropractic. We're committed to bringing those things. Later this month, Saturday, February 25th, we're going to have a Saturday Night Live at Life University. We're going to have Brian Lieberman, a waist butt. We're going to have some amazing students. And Bree Lieberman, let's go. Paul Adams is going to be there. I'm going to be in Paris teaching MLS, upper cervical. That's going to be amazing. So I will miss that, but please tune in for that. The Chiro Cup, right? My baby. We've been rocking that thing and making a difference. I know you guys have been paying attention to that. That's going to be October 19th. We're going to go back to Bridge Mill Athletic Club in Canton, an amazing course and facility that they have there. We had such great feedback. October 19th. Put it on the calendar. Bring the whole team. We need sponsors. Whoever wants to be a good fit and get in front of our big audience to promote your brand. We're looking for partners to help us with the Chiro Cup. This last year with the GCC, Dan too, doing a phenomenal job. Katrina Frazier, our executive director, always pouring in the heart and soul for our programs and making sure this thing is making a bigger impact. In 2022, we saw one of our biggest years of impact yet. So get involved. We need ambassadors for the GCC. You don't have to be a board member to be an ambassador, to be of support. So get involved with us and make that difference. And I know it means a lot to my life and a lot of people's lives. So that is this week's Chiro Connection. We love and appreciate all of you. Stay plugged in. Make sure you're following us on social. And whether you need the CEs or not, come join us if we're in your town and get loved up so you can be a success and have maximum joy and fun and practice changing lives through chiropractic. We love and appreciate you.